Umpisahan ko na yung sa binasa ni Marcel tungkol sa sa mga sinabi ni Vice President Sara Duterte sa The Hague. No, Mase, ang sabi niya, ano ba yung quote? Pinagpapasa Diyos na lamang ng Vice Presidente yung magiging kahinatnan sa Lunes.
Well, siyempre, ginagalang ko naman yung kanyang pagpapasa Diyos, no? Dahil kalayaan naman po niyang gawin yun. But that will not stop the impeachment vote from happening on Monday. Yung sponsorship speech will be done then, and there will be, I guess, some debates and deliberations.
Yeah.
But the vote will happen on Monday, May 11th.
Kahapon may binasa po na news item or may binasa na item dito si Jovi na nagsasabi may mga count na nga po no na 120, 200 ang boboto sa impeachment, way over po dun sa kailangan nyo na 106 if I'm not mistaken.
Yes,
105 or
106.
106, no? 106. Oo. Para lang po malinaw sa lahat, where are you getting these numbers from? How are you getting these numbers? Kasi mamaya pa nagdududa, saan naman galing yun?
Legit na mo, napupulsuhan na ba by this time talaga?
Kasi may mga caucuses na po na nangyayari among the political parties, the coalitions. Yung party list coalition, meron na rin po kaming mga sariling mga caucuses with leadership. No? So, more or less, meron na pong pagtingin yung iba't ibang mga miyembro. So, for example, si Deputy Speaker po nang sabi niya, around 180. Ang sabi ko kahapon, around 200. Hindi naman masyado malayo yung dalawang mga numero po na yun. But
very near.
But I think what we would want to see by Monday would be no less than 215 votes, which was the vote of the first impeachment.
So,
So, ibig sabihin, 106 is certain. There's nothing else to kumbaga stop the impeachment from proceeding. Pero I think very important po for the House leadership to reach the same number of votes as what we've seen the last time.
yeah.
Why? Why is it important na same yung number of votes?
Well, it's important because you have more compelling evidence today. Last time naman we didn't have a conversation on 6.77
Hindi na ilatag pa.
6.77 billion in total transactions of the Duterte Carpio couple, di ba? And mabigat ho yun kasi it is something that is unimaginable for ordinary Filipinos and even for ordinary government officials na, for example, may 4.4 billion in inflows going into their bank accounts. Ibig sabihin yung pumasok lang pong pera as against a salin of 88.5 million. So, kumbaga, that is compelling and new evidence that should convince many members to support the impeachment.
It's about the evidence, sorry, isingin ko lang. So inisip ko, baka naman kaya ka-importante na ma-reach yung ganun karami para lang talaga mapatunayan na mali yung mga disinformation at fake news na lumalabas lately na meron pang mga tinatakot daw yung ilang congressman na isang religious sect. Tapos meron pa na tipong takot na for 2028 kaya aalisin yung boto nila. So, yung 200 plus na yun will show na hindi na naging basehan. Hindi takot.
Yeah, totoo. On the strength of evidence, we can go to trial at the Senate.
Okay.
Hindi ba? Kasi on 3 points, on the 3 grounds lang po, na major grounds, 448 million po yung pinapasoli sa pangalawang Pangulo, personal, ng COA over confidential funds misuse. Yung po nga banta laban sa Pangulo, I think the evidence is clear na talaga ang pangalawang Pangulo yung nagbanta laban sa kanya. So, tingin ko po, itong mga tatlong bagay na ito should be a basis enough for all of us to proceed even if there are no threats.
Okay.
Hindi ba?
Kaso kung kahit na sinasabi natin na malakas yung ebidensya laban kay VP Sara, ganun pa rin yung tono niya. Gawa-gawa lang ng Congress tong mga paratang sa kanya.
Una ho sa lahat, mahirap sabihin gawa-gawa ho yung siya mismo yung nagsabi. Hindi ba? I mean, sa threats na lang tayo mag-usap. The nation was able to see that entire press conference, hindi ba? Where she threatened the president. No? And there were other press conference where she threatened to decapitate the president, hindi ba? So, I don't think it's manufactured. Kasi pag sinabi mong gawa-gawa, ginawa ng external forces, hindi ba? Pero that is something that she did upon herself, hindi ba? Making the threat against the president.
Sabi po kung Edgar Erice na itong impeachment na ito, this whole thing is moro-moro daw yung proseso dito. So, ibig sabihin, for show, pakitang tao lang, ganun. Pero at marami pong nagsasabi, no, na politika lang naman lahat yan pamumulitika. Impeachment is a political process. Pero Kong, can you explain to us, since you're a lawmaker, ano po ang wisdom behind the impeachment process being a political process? Bakit ito ang nature nito? Why is it important na, or why is it not important na hindi talaga purely based on evidence? Or purely legal?
Well, una sa lahat, gusto ko sabihin na malapit sa puso ko si Congressman Erice. Pero tingin ko, dapat nagpunta siya sa mga pagdinig. Para nakita niya na hindi po ito moro-moro. Hindi ho kumbaga, ang mga nagsasalita po in most of the hearings, hindi naman mga tao. Ang nagsasalita po doon, mostly mga dokumento. What they had done in the past. Hindi ba? So, I think it's a bit belittling to the committee to say na moro-moro lang po yung proceedings. But, very important din ho na even if it is a political process, it's also a legal process. No? So, kumbaga, you cannot have votes to impeach the vice president or to convict a vice president kung wala ka naman actual na batayan dito sa bagay na ito. Pero, again, it is an accountability mechanism in the 1987 Constitution. Kaya, mahalaga po na talaga mag-participate. No? Lahat po ng political actors in this entire process, mga kongresista, at pagdating ho sa trial, mga senador. Dahil, ano ho yan? It is a mixture of mechanisms. It's a political mechanism in as much as it is a legal mechanism.
Kaya importante rin na parte ng proseso, no, Kong Terry, itong binibigay sa mga kongresista na panahon na from this week until Monday ay pwede lang aralin yung sinumite na mga hindi pala dokumento.
Articles of
impeachment para maaral na nila before yung actual discussion sa plenary na magaganap po yan. Sa Lunes, mga kapatid,